The second last step to posting or uploading your questionnaire on Qualtrics is to test it. Once you have put all your questions, go ahead and preview it one last time and go and answer the questions yourself. You can ask a few people around you to answer these questions to see if the questions or the way that you have framed and structured the questions are understood well by the individuals. One good idea is to just wait next to them, maybe family members, and ask them to answer your survey and ask them if they had any issues with understanding the questions or the structure of the questions. If they are stopping and asking you questions, it means that the question is not framed well. This is actually called as a pilot study and usually is done on 10% of your total sample. But since your work is mostly a class project, I wouldn't ask you to spend a lot of time on doing pilot studies, although pilot studies are extremely important to understand whether the questionnaire is designed well, understood well, and if there's clarity in the questions. But I think you should still conduct a pilot study with at least 2 or 3 participants, wait next to them, and just simply ask them to answer the questions. If they're asking or having issues with the same questions, it means that you need to reframe and clarify the questions for your audience. Then comes the last step. The last step consists of publishing the questionnaire. So once you've made the changes based on the feedback from this pilot study, you then go ahead and publish the questionnaire, right? You need to publish the questionnaire because if you don't publish, nobody will be able to see or find your questionnaire. So you need to first publish it, all right? To basically publish it, it means you're making it active. You simply go and say publish, right? Publishing will activate your survey so that it can be seen by respondents. Simply say publish, right? When you say publish, Qualtrics creates a link for you. Simply go and say copy the link, and then you can distribute this link to everybody, maybe using email or using social media. Remember, you need at least 20 completed surveys where 20 participants have answered all your questions. One way to keep a tab on how many people have answered the survey is simply go on. Okay, if you want a link the next time, you can just again go to distribution, and you can get the link from here. You can send it via emails, text messages. You can share it on social media. You can even share QR codes with your participants, right? You want to track how many people have answered your survey. You simply go on data analysis. The answers that you get will get collected here, and you could then scroll down and see how many people have answered the survey. Right now I have no responses, and hence it says it's time to collect responses. But before you begin collecting, please clear the earlier data. See, I've tried the survey so many times and it says 0 to 5 of my recorded responses. So I think one great idea is to clear the earlier data. Okay, so I figured out how you can clean up your previous data where you have tried figuring out the questionnaire. Before you begin collecting your 20 responses, clean up the earlier data, the pilot study data, as well as where you have previewed the questions previously. Everything has got recorded. So if you go under data analysis, you can see these questions, these answers that have been collected. This is how your data will get recorded, but you need to delete every single one. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all these responses so that I have a clean slate. I have all the clean responses. So delete response, and I have a clean it's taking a lot of time to clean up stuff, but you need to clean up all this prior tested data and then begin working on getting new responses, new clean 20 responses.